Good morning, and welcome to the verse of the day plus on this 9th of April 2020. Today, the verse of the day comes from Psalms 27, verse 10. For my father and mother have forsaken me, but the Lord will take me in. Um, I know it's saying father and mother here, but I would say what this means is everybody can abandon you, forsake you, but God will not. You just have to cry out to Him, believe in Him, and He will take you in and take care of you. So I guess that's about it for that. So we are on to the study guide portion of stuff here, and today it is. I'll put chat. Superman Revisited. Chapter 5 Superman Revisited Death, Resurrection, and Doomsday. So, listening for this is the playlist is in the thing of the readings if you choose to want to read. Okay, so question one is name some things Superman can do with his superpowers. Um, hold his breath a long time, be invulnerable, uh, shoot laser beams out of his eyes. Well, his heat vision. Have cold breath, super speed, super strength, super smell, super hearing. Wonder whether he has super taste. Or super touch. Um, flight, you can fly. So I think that would. I think I got all of them. If you could choose to have one of Superman's powers, which one would you choose? And how would you use it? Ooh, that is a hard question. I'm either with the flight or the speed. And, well, I'd probably end up with doing the speed because I think out of all his powers, if you were only just to have one of them, it would be the most useful. You'd save a lot of money on things. Going from here to there, super fast. But of course, I would. Then I'd just be the Flash, right? But anyways, I'd probably end up using it to become a superhero if I had super speed. I'd become the Flash. Um. Okay, you got people comment in the comment section for theirs. If you had all of Superman's powers, do you think you could save the world from war, selfishness, and hatred? No. Selfishness and hatred are internal. You can't. You can motivate people to, not be hateful, and you can even motivate, try and motivate, more accurately, try and motivate people not to be hateful or selfish, but you can't choose for them to not be those. And usually selfishness and hatred can lead to the world from war, but also stuff like greed and a whole bunch of other things that lead to wars. So, yeah, I would say no. You couldn't stop those things. And power, people like having their power. So that was question 3. Question 4 is, what's the one thing even the greatest superpower cannot eventually stop? Read Psalm 89, verse 48. Who can live and not see death? Who can escape the power of the grave? Well, that's actually sort of one of, I forgot. Super longevity? No. No, sorry. Superman's span is extremely long. But according for this, we will say death. Although Superman has died, so. But that's only through a brutal fight. And then the other one is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 20. All go to the same place, come from dust, and to dust all return. In other words, death. Okay, so the question 5 here is, read the dictionary definition of rescue and say what is the difference between being rescued and being saved. Okay, so here, let me. I don't actually have a dictionary on me. Okay, so. Okay, so here's what the dictionary definition from dictionary.com says. Verb, rescue, to free or deliver from confinement, violence, danger, or evil. That's 1. 2. Law, to liberate or take by forcible or illegal means from lawful custody. Noun, the act of rescuing. Adjective, or of or relating to someone or something trained or equipped to rescue. So I think we're more probably supposed to be focusing on the first part here. To free or deliver from confinement, violence, danger, or evil. And let's see. And to save. And it has say verb used with. When I typed saved, it gave me saved. It gave me save. And it says verb used with object save saving. And it has to rescue from danger or possible harm, injury, or loss. To keep safe, intact, unhurt, safeguard, preserve. Uh, well, given those two definitions, this is saying to, well, it said to rescue from danger or possible harm. This isn't saying much difference between the two, I would say. Or to keep safe. Uh, um, what is the difference between being rescued and being saved? One seems more forceful. One is, I would say, you are already in danger. This says from danger or possible harm, injury, or loss. Where I think rescued. I'll type that in again. To rescue somebody is to free or deliver them from confinement, violence. Hey, Evan. Hey, Mallet. What are we talking about? I'm going through the study guide of who needs a superhero. We're in chapter 5. Chapter 5 is Superman Revisited, Death, Resurrection, and Doomsday. We are on question 5, and it says read the dictionary's definitions of rescue, and save. What is the difference between being rescued and being saved? Now, rescue says to free or deliver from confinement, violence, danger, or evil. And save says to rescue from danger or possible harm, injury, or loss. Or to keep safe, intact, unhurt, safeguard, and persevere. I need to be rescued. I'm in the stream chat and I'm being ignored. Not being ignored. However, there was a couple questions. So I'm not sure what you guys. What would you guys say the difference is between being rescued and being saved? Also, there was a couple questions earlier. One was name something Superman can do with his superpowers. Oh, I named off his superpowers. Well, sort of. And then it said if you could have one of Superman's powers, which would you choose, and how would you use it? I basically chose the super speed, to get from here to there. It seems the most useful. And I said I'd probably end up becoming, a superhero or something like the Flash. Or I hope I would. Because what are you with just Superman speed? You're the Flash, right? And I think in times like these, we must turn to stabbing westward. Okay, I have no idea what you mean by that. I meant, and repeating the questions. And if you had all Superman's powers, do you think you could save the world from war, selfishness, and hatred? Okay, so then it says to read Jeremiah chapter 38, verses 7 through 13. But Ebab Melech, a Cushite, an official in the royal palace, heard that they had put Jeremiah into a cistern while the king was sitting in the Benjamin gate. Ebab Malachi went out of the place and said to him, "My lord, my king, these men have acted wickedly in all they have done to put Jeremiah the prophet, all they've done to Jeremiah the prophet. They have done to Jeremiah the prophet. They have thrown him in a cistern where he will starve to death. There is no longer any bread in the city." Then the king commanded Ebab Melech the Cushite, "Take 30 men from here with you and lift Jeremiah the prophet out of the cistern before he dies." To me, is this a story about being rescued or saved? To me, I could say either one. I don't know about you guys. He was rescued, or because he was rescued, he was saved. Well, I think rescued or saved could be synonymous with each other. At least from my point. And then it says, read Acts chapter 9, verses 23 through 25. But in the immortal words of Andy, I cannot save you. I cannot even save myself. So just save yourself. Okay, so you're not answering the question. Anyways, let's see, verses 23 through 25. After many days had gone by, there was a conspiracy among the Jews to kill him. But Saul learned of their plan Day and night they kept close watch on the city gates in order to kill him, but his followers took him by night and lowered him in a basket through an opening in the wall. To me, he was. For that, somehow that seems more like rescued than saved. But I guess you could say he was saved from possible harm. He wasn't. Yeah, he was saved from possible harm. He wasn't really being rescued at that point. Never heard. Never had thought about the difference between saved and rescued. Yeah. Wow. Me neither. Mallet. It's a very fine line, I think. And then there's John chapter 5, verses 25 to 29. Verily, verily, I tell you, a time is coming and has now come when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. For For as the Father has life in himself, so he has granted the Son also to have life in himself. And he has given him the authority to judge, because he is the Son of Man. Do not be amazed at this, for a time is coming when all who are in the graves will hear his voice, come out and come out. Those who have done good will rise to life, to live. And those who have done evil will rise to be condemned. Um, I'm not even sure whether this applies to, are these, is this being rescued or saved? Rescued from the grave? Saved from the grave? Well, I've been watching while you've been coughing. I cough what? Maybe once or twice? It's called a cold or flu. I haven't got COVID. Trust me. So, like I said, I don't think that really applies. And we are definitely over the 20-minute mark. We have a couple more questions that we will do tomorrow. And I've been drinking lots while you've been nauseous. Um, I'm not nauseous in the least. So, I think I am going to end this here, where I only try and keep these 20-25 minutes long. I know a few have been over and a few have been under. So we will see people at high noon, hopefully. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all.